It's just voter ID, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. It's just proof of citizenship, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. In less than a year, our elections got flooded with people who aren't even supposed to be here. Government looked the other way while illegals registered and voted in federal races. Violent protests get a free pass, but asking for a birth certificate or a passport? Oh, that's dangerous and voter suppression. Standing in the line at the DMV is fine for everything else, but showing you're a real American citizen to vote? Oh, suddenly a safety hazard and too hard. Come on! It's just a simple check and election security. How about a little hush money? Here's billions in aid we printed out of thin air. Go buy votes with it from the big donors who love open borders. Paper ballots? Too risky. Mail-in forms with 0 checks? Perfect. In less than a year, they convinced you that only citizens voting is somehow extreme. In less than a year, Democrats in Congress blocked a bill almost unanimously. They screamed, they stalled, they called it Jim Crow 2.0 because it closes the back door they've been using. In less than a year, our government showed exactly how easy it is to let the non-citizens slip onto the rolls when nobody's watching. They want that fear of disenfranchising anyone who can't produce a passport, while millions of actual Americans cheer for secure elections. And the most terrifying part? Oh, so many people aren't scared of the politicians who keep the system wide open. They're scared of their neighbors who demand real proof. They hate anyone who won't just go along. It's absolutely terrifying how fast people surrender their right to real elections. They just accept the excuses without thinking, without fighting. You know what's coming next? If this doesn't pass, oh, it's just a little more flexibility. Come on! It's for the greater good. Wait until more races flip because non-citizens tip the scale. Wait until you can't trust any close election again. No matter who wins. Don't think it's impossible? Well, you already let them ignore the law on borders. You watch them fight every single check on who votes. You follow the narrative that asking for citizenship papers is hateful. You're kidding yourself if you think they won't keep importing voters forever. Oh, I don't follow politics. I don't care about that stuff. Millions of Americans lost their voice in past elections because the system let outsiders decide. Nobody wanted to talk about it. It was easier just to ignore it. That couldn't happen here, right? Right? Oh, they almost got you. Without a fight. Just like every country that lost control of its elections. The SAVE Act, oh, it fixes it. One blunt line. Only American citizens vote in American elections. Real ID, passport, birth certificate, or military proof. In person! No more checkboxes and lies. Trump wants it bad because it's the lock on the door. It protects your vote, your kids' future, and our country. Democrats are freaking out because their cheat code dies the second this bill passes. Pass the damn bill. Or watch your democracy disappear. One illegal ballot at a time. You've been warned. In the shadows of power, a web of secrets unravels, yet remains untouched. The Jeffrey Epstein files. Those infamous documents, dripping with the names of the elite, were promised to expose the truth. But what have we seen? Pages upon pages blackened by redactions, hiding the faces of the guilty. Bill Clinton, mentioned dozens of times, his flights on the Lolita Express documented, his denials echoing in the void. Prince Harry, entangled in the whispers, His associations buried under the layers of silence. The rest, oh, clients. The powerful, the untouchable. Names like shadows in the night. But listen closely. Nothing is happening. No arrests, no investigations. Oh, the FBI raids Epstein Island, seizes evidence, and then, well, silence. Ghislaine Maxwell, his right hand, sentenced to 20 years for trafficking children to no one. Victims groomed, abused, delivered, but the clients, oh, they vanished into thin air. They flew on that cursed plane to nowhere. Destinations erased, logs ignored, justice derailed. And in the highest offices of the land, during the 4 years of Joe Biden's presidency, a deafening silence from the top. Biden himself, never a word. Kamala Harris, utterly quiet. The entire Democratic Party, with control of the White House and levers of justice. Not a single statement, not a whisper of outrage or demand for the truth about the Epstein files. Why the void? What alliances lurk in that silence? This is the chilling reality. A system designed to protect the predators, the elite circle, their wagons. The media diverts your gaze, and the halls of the power echo with hollow promises. Nothing has happened. Nothing will ever happen. The files gather dust. The victims cry out unheard. And the guilty, well, they walk free. In this darkness, you have to ask yourself, who pulls the strings? Truth is out there, but it's locked away forever. So I guess there's only one question left to ask. Are you awake? Listen up, because I'm about to lay it out straight. No sugarcoating, no apologies. Save me your outrage. Spare me the selective fury that flares up depending on who's in the Oval Office. Let's talk facts, cold and hard, about presidents wielding power overseas without a nod from Congress. And yeah, we're diving into the hypocrisy that's ripping this country apart. One partisan scream at a time. First off, Barack.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the United Spot. It's been a long 2 days. I'm glad you were able to take a break from the United Spot. Horrible videos and stupid channel to just kind of chill out and have a good time. But unfortunately, those 2 days, they go by pretty fast, and here you are back to work with the United Spot. I am extremely happy to have you guys here. I missed you guys. You guys are very, very important part of my week, and I'm excited to have you guys here right now. So I did want to say hello to a few people here. Hold on real quick. Let me see. I gotta learn how to. That's some thumbnail there. United Spot. Let's see. We got Joe. Thanks. Thank you for being here. Skippy. Thank you for being here. Brian, Hank, and who else we got? John Castaneda is here. Thank you for being here tonight. Skippy Tarbuggle. Ever Eden Author. Thank you for being here. John Castaneda, huge appreciation for your gift the other day. Thank you so much. T Dizzle and the two of us. All right. Kevin White. Hello. And we got Jeffrey Smith. David Smith. Jeffrey Smith and David Smith. I'm not sure if they're related, but you know what? It all works out, and we're here together. Um, Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Haven't seen Tammy yet, but if you're lurking, Tammy, if you're lurking, Yukon Man, if you're lurking, LR, if you're lurking, um, Robin, if you're lurking, Teacher Lynn, um, no, I'm going to forget somebody because I saw Annette Poison, but I couldn't see her name right there. But I know Annette Poison was here earlier. So, um, but thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Yukon Man is yeah, anyways, I don't want to get into the crying part, but very appreciated for. Never mind. You know what? I don't want to get all choked up here, but um, Robin Spillman, if you're out there, Yukon Man, if you're out there, Tammy, if you're out there, LR, if you're out there, Teacher Lynn, if you're out there, Monkey, grab orange if you're out there. Let me see who else. I don't know. We'll get to it. But anybody, if you're out there, I love you. And everybody that's here, I appreciate and love you. And it's just, it's great to have you here. Unfortunately, the United Spot needs a miracle because the clock is ticking. And unfortunately, this is, we don't have many days left. It's like one of those things to where it's like everything seems like it's great and time's just going to stand still. But I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 days left. Oh, gosh. Everything I've worked for coming to an end. So, yeah, it's just not. I've. Well, it's yeah. No need to. Anyways, tonight I do want to talk about something that's kind of been bothering a lot of people. In what has been known to be called like the America First movement, MAGA. You know, basically, Trump supporters, all that kind of stuff, and there's been like a sudden wave, okay, of so-called former MAGA supporters who have completely turned on President Trump. Now, 95% of the people that have turned on President Trump, I've never followed these people, even though they were big accounts. They got like huge, you know. I think the one thing that I've always been gifted with is the gift of seeing something for what it actually is before it actually gets exposed. I've been really, really good with that. And it's not even just something that I say, like some of these accounts say, like, "Oh yeah, I called that first," or "I did it." I really have receipts for it. And at least 95% of the people that turned on President Trump, I never followed these people. I never supported them. In fact, I just completely ignored these accounts. And there was just something inside of me that felt like there wasn't something right. But I want to be clear about something right from the beginning. Okay. In America, I'm not sure what it's like outside of America because I've never traveled outside of America, and it's none of my business because I've never been there, and America is my home. Everyone in America has the right to their own opinion, and that includes switching sides. Okay. But what I'm talking about today is something that is so incredibly obvious, and it's been obvious from the beginning, that this isn't just an opinion. This is a paid opinion. So if someone supported President Trump before and now disagrees with him on certain policies, that's their right. That's part of living in a free country. I 100%, 5,000% support that. I have the same feelings with my parents, with my grandparents, with my kids, with my wife, even with my dogs. It's completely natural. And I'm the last person in the world where somebody I respect or somebody I look up to or somebody that I support, if they do something that I disagree with, I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, I disagree with that, but I totally agree with it now because he or she agrees with it." No, that's not me. But I will continue to support. I will continue to have hope. and I will understand that not everything in this world is going to be perfect, because if it was, we'd all have YouTube channels with millions of followers, and we'd all have, beautiful homes and cars and jobs and perfect lives, and we'd never get old, and we'd always eat the best top ramen and drink the best puddle water. But why am I talking about this right now? Because that's not what we're seeing. Okay, what we're seeing is something very different. Very different. We're seeing influencers and personalities who built entire platforms pretending to be MAGA or Trump supporters. They were pretending to be. They were pretending to stand with the America First movement, and now all of a sudden they're attacking the very movement that made them popular in the first place. And why are they doing that? Well, it's cha-ching. It rhymes with cha-ching. But it's not even just that. You have to understand, when a movement is natural, it's organic, and you believe in it, and you want it, and you fight for it, you support it, you yell it, you live and breathe and sleep and everything. It's inside of you, and it has nothing to do with who's the leader. It has nothing to do with that. It's a movement, something you truly believe in. No amount of money in the world is going to make you feel a certain way. Just doesn't work like that, because your brain is hardwired to believe in something, and you're not going to turn your back on something that you believe in for money, because money comes and goes. But your integrity and your support and your your whole persona is at stake when you do something like this. So these people who became popular, who got millions of followers, who got millions of comments and views and shares and all that kind of stuff, they built their entire platform on Trump. They built it on MAGA, on America First, on everything that is President Trump. None of these people even knew what politics were, basically, before this. But they saw an avenue and they took it. And now they're trying to divide that, because they see another angle. And that's what it is. It's not about having an opinion. It's about having an angle. What's going to get them paid? What's going to get them more followers? What's going to get more traffic, clicks, all that bull crap. So the question people are starting to ask is simple. It's like, were they ever genuine to begin with? And you have to really analyze that. Does it really matter in the long run? Yeah, it does. Because there's a lot of weak-minded, impressionable people out there who will believe anything that you tell them. Like, if I told you, if people look, nobody listens to me. I'm just an idiot. Have no idea what I'm talking about 99% of the time, and I just make stuff up. I'm just an idiot that makes stupid videos. There's nobody out there in the world that would ever listen to me, okay? But if by chance there was somebody, right? It's not possible. But if there was somebody out there that would listen to the United Spot, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, everything about the United Spot, I love the United Spot. Oh my gosh, I can't." Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I told you that dog hair, okay, was a really good topping on salad. I can promise you, there is a group of people out there that would say, "Oh my gosh, I got to try this. This is probably wow. How come I've never tried dog hair salad before?" And I'm telling you, there is a group of people out there that will listen to everything an influencer has to say. If an influencer says, "Stop paying taxes," yeah, I don't have to pay taxes anymore because this influencer told me not to. You don't need gas. Just put water in your car. Oh, yeah, I'll do that too. Yeah. It's terrifying. But I have to ask you this, because these people that were claiming to be MAGA, claiming to be Trump supporters, basically to build their platform, when you when okay, listen, when you how do I say this? When someone truly believes in something, when they truly believe in the future of the country, when they don't just flip overnight because the political winds change or because a bigger paycheck shows up. It's just not the way it works. It doesn't happen like that. Real supporters may disagree at times. Real supporters may debate policy, but they don't suddenly rewrite their entire identity. It doesn't happen like that. You can't be an Elvis fan for 40 or 50 years and then all of a sudden say, you know what, I never liked his music. I never liked his music. You just wake up one day, you know what, I never liked his music. I always thought he was a weirdo, you know? And so now I'm gonna start listening to Def Leppard. You know, Def Leppard's a real band. Um the reality that there has always been an industry built around political division, right? Um, how do you say that? Social media, when it comes to money, clicks make money, outrage makes money, drama makes money. Okay, um, if okay, I'd be a hypocrite if I said that I wasn't being paid for what I do, but what I do um, is genuine. Okay. Now, anybody that's ever followed the United Spot knows I've always had money issues because of censorship and monetization and algorithm crap. Always had money issues trying to fund this project. Now, I've given the story of why I do not have a real job anymore. I did have a real job for 18, 19 years, somewhere around there. Um, I chose to be full time at the United Spot because a lot of people don't really realize, but it is technically a real job in some sense. I guess you can call it that. I mean, um, it's one of the hardest jobs I've ever had in my life, thinking wise, and the hours that I put in to this are insane. But it's something that I wanted to do. I truly believe that I could make it work. And it did for a while. It did for a while. It was going very well. But unfortunately, life happens, and but I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I've been having money issues trying to get the United Spot funded or sponsored, for years. Everybody's heard me. Why do you keep begging? So I'm a prime example of, if I wasn't a genuine Trump supporter, you would have found out already, because I would have taken those really, really, really big deals that they were trying to give me. And a lot of people would be like, dude, you're stupid, bro. Who cares, dude? Your voice doesn't matter. Dude, your videos, who cares, dude? Take the check, dude. Because I've got to live with that. It's like, if a husband or a wife cheat on each other and they were both given the option of saying, you know what? Look, I'm going to give you the opportunity to cheat on your spouse and nobody will ever know about it. Okay. But somebody that has integrity, somebody that has respect for themselves, will have to sleep with that every single night. And something like that doesn't just go away. I mean, if you're like one of those sociopaths or whatever, I believe that's the correct term for that, to where it's just, you can do whatever you want. You have absolutely no feeling about it. I'm not that kind of person. And whether or not President Trump is in the White House or not isn't going to change the fact of, I truly believe, the mission here, the goal of making sure that and this is the craziest part, where it just doesn't make any sense. Taking care of Americans. Why is that so bad? Why is that so bad to take care of Americans? That would be like your household. You have 5, 6 people living in your household. And you're like, you know what, guys? Look, I know you're hungry. I know you're cold. I know you have nothing. But this house down the street, they need help. So I'm going to take the little money and I'm going to give it to them while you suffer, because they should be taken care of, not you. And that's the way it is. look, I'm not a cold-hearted son of a bitch. I believe that everybody in this earth should be warm, should be taken care of, should be clothed, should be housed, should have food. You know, but unfortunately, the way that this planet is lined up, there are borders, there are walls, there are gates and doors and ladders, and you know, we have to respect that, because you know the chaos will ensue if we just let everybody kind of do whatever. And you'd be, you know, I'd be a fool not to say that I don't really know what's going on. Not too many people are ready for that conversation. So I'll dive into that another day. But back to this. Unfortunately, some people discovered that pretending to be part of the MAGA movement was extremely profitable. Extremely profitable. You know, these people build audiences, they build brands. I mean, we're talking major money. Some of these people were giving away cars legitimately, like real. I mean, they were making so much money. They didn't even know what to do with it. They gained trust from millions of Americans who believed they were authentic voices for Trump and MAGA and America First. And now that the attention has shifted, like it always does, some of those same voices are turning around and attacking the very people who supported them. I mean, that's not courage, and it's definitely not principle, and that's not opportunism. You know, it's just it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And meanwhile, you know, I mean, come on. President Trump is doing what he has always done. He's focusing on the country. And whether or not people truly believe in every single thing he does, it's just not going to happen. I mean, I love my wife more than anything in this world. And I don't agree with half the shit that comes out of her mouth. But I still love her. And I still support her. And I'd still do whatever I possibly could to protect her in every single way. And you know, but I don't even agree with myself half the time. He's trying to fix the problems that have piled up over the last several years. President Trump is trying to do that. I mean, this is what blows my mind. And I'm not trying to play the pity party here. I'm just hitting facts here. We're talking about a president. Now, I'm not trying to make a sob story, you know, to try and turn everybody's head like, oh, you know what, you're right. That's not it. I'm talking about a man who just wanted to help America. Didn't have to. Didn't have to. And I'm not trying to sound like that same old voice you hear every single day. I'm not trying to get anybody to turn and change their mind or anything. But I'm just trying to say this is a guy that was a billionaire, living the dream, didn't have to do none of this crap. He did it because he genuinely loves America. Okay, he's a businessman. And for that, they impeached him twice. They lied about him. They smeared him. And they, I'm sorry, but what they did in 2020, it rhymes with cleated. They cleated. I mean, I don't know if it was a genuine arrest, but they indicted him. They brought him up on charges. They took a mug shot, all kinds of great trials. And then somebody shot at him and hit him. And apparently there was another attempted shooting. All the while, guy never gave up. Guy never gave up. Donated his payroll check, and just wanted to provide for America, do the best he possibly could to make sure that every American was. And obviously, it's not possible. He's just one man. He's got to deal with a whole swamp that's still in the White House. I mean, just because somebody says, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, doesn't mean he's actually on Trump's side. He had to weed through everything, you know. Let me see here. But, you know, so we're talking border issues, economic instability, energy problems, foreign policy disasters. And these are massive challenges that would face. But most of them, especially Democrats, And regardless of whether someone supports every decision or not, it's extremely obvious that the focus right now is on rebuilding and stabilizing the country after years of chaos. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I really hope I'm not boring everybody. I know a lot of people don't like it when I talk, but the beer and back roads. Great to see you here. Seamology, haven't seen you for a while. Great to see you here. And you are 100%. Beer and backwards. Haven't seen you I saw you the other day. Thank you for being here. Altadena, California. I guess that's CA, California. Dude needs to learn how to. Oh, I'm doing the dude needs to learn how to speak. Damn. Okay, thanks, Altadena. Thanks for maybe you could teach me how to speak. Damn. Shoot, I was doing the dang. Yeah. I hope that didn't ruin your night, Altadena. Skippy Tarbuckle is here. Sabrina, great to see you here. Thank you so much for that. Member for 31 months, a squirt bottle. Listen, I'm not eating hair salad. John Castaneda is here. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. Rick's Kenna Lounge. I thought you weren't going to do this anymore. Well, Rick, thanks for showing up. I don't know if your comment is like, I love it when people say that. Like, I thought you weren't going to do this anymore, you piece of shit. You know, just stop doing your lives. I wanted you to fail. I was happy when you weren't going to do this anymore. I love it when I get comments like that. Like, instead of just like, hey, what can we do to help? I thought you weren't going to do this anymore. Jeez, bro, why don't you stop? I love comments like that. Like, it's just like, why? I mean, I don't even understand. Like, why don't you just stop? I thought you were going to do these anymore. Stop doing lives. We wanted you to fail. We wanted you to go down. I've been reporting your channel this whole time. American Girl. Great to see you here. Great to see you here. I love comments like that. I love comments. Big Slinky. Great to see you here. I love it when people come up here and just like pretend like they like the channel. That I've never seen them before in my life. Oh yeah, dude. I just been watching through the non-supporting version. I don't share your videos. I don't like them. I never show up to your lives. But when I do show up to your lives, I just want you to quit because I thought you weren't going to do these anymore. Jeez. Anyways, Yukon Man, if you're out there, and at Poison, if you're out there, Tammy, I don't even know where Tammy is. Maybe my ums are getting too old and they're just tired of listening. LR, if you're out there, Teacher Lynn, if you're out there. Let's see what else we got here. Beer Backrows, Mip on spring break. Big Slinker says, teach him how to beg better. Well, do a video with President Trump and the song Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That spelling is as but the good thing is that I won't have to beg anymore. after another couple weeks, you guys won't have to hear me beg anymore. But hey, it'll all, you know what? Listen, it's all gonna work out. Everything's gonna be fine. Let me see here. Maybe I should just play a video because I think people are getting. I thought you weren't doing these anymore. Why are you here? But anyways, rebuilding and stabilizing the country after years of chaos, that's honestly the real conversation America should be having right now. Not the manufactured drama from influencers chasing engagement, not the political theater designed to divide people who actually agree on most of the big issues. And at the end of the day, the America First movement was really never about personalities on social media. It was never about that. It had, even the United Spot videos, it was never about anything like that. The America First movement was about taking care of Americans, making sure people had food in their refrigerator and rent and mortgages paid and clothes and a booming economy, low gas prices, the whole 9 yards, and safety. Safety. I mean, how dare we live in a country that's safe and that we have actual people who are citizens of the United States saying we need to defund the police, that we need to open up the borders, that we just need to let chaos reign. This whole thing was about everyday Americans who love their country. And that goes for workers, families, small business owners, veterans, people who simply want a government that puts the American people first. And those people haven't changed. Because once you have that in your mind and you feel it in your heart, it's in your blood, it's your passion, that feeling doesn't go away. And they're still here. They're still paying attention. And they can see the difference between genuine conviction and someone chasing the next paycheck. And that's what these paid influencers, these paid Trump haters, these dividers, people who are trying to just wreck the whole system. It's horrible. It's horrible. And the people who are following them, it's disgusting. How weak-minded do you have to possibly be to follow something for like 8, 9, 10 years and then just jump ship as soon as the person, the influencer on social media tells you to? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will. So if some influencers decide to jump ship, I mean, that's their choice. It's not my choice, not your choice. But the movement itself, come on. It was never built on them. It was built on millions of Americans who care about the future of this country. And that's something that's far bigger than any social media personality. And that goes for all of those people. And that's certainly bigger than anyone pretending to be something they were never truly committed to in the first place. And that's all I got to say about that. Mama said that people should just mind their own business. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But it is what it is. But it would be cool though if I gotta be honest with you. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but it would be pretty awesome if I was able to make my goal, or even half of the goal, and that way at least I could. It's at least it's a start, and I can hope that YouTube is going to help me here. But I mean, don't think that I've been putting all my eggs in one basket here on YouTube. I mean, I've tried on X, I've tried on Rumble, I've tried on Facebook, I even tried on Truth Social. But I just, I guess what I do here, there's the link in case anybody feels froggy. If you feel froggy, help out the United Spot right there. Or share it out. Share it out. If you guys got some neighbors, you want to make somebody mad. Why do I need to help some stupid video guy out? Who cares? Why is he even doing these anymore? I thought he wasn't doing these anymore. Yeah. So I've tried Rumble. I've got hundreds of videos on Rumble. I've tried to get sponsored there. I tried to earn revenue there. It just wasn't possible. I think the 7-8 years that I've been there consistently uploading videos, I've made a complete total of $240 total in 7 or 8 years. X, I'm earning about $40 or $50 before taxes a month, and that goes back to X for my monthly fee. So I'm basically earning just enough to pay them back to use their platform. And the horrible thing about it is I have 135,000 followers there, and I mean it's horrible trying to get seen there too. So you know what? I mean it's one of those things to where you have to wake up and realize, hey, you know what, your videos are pretty stupid, because if your videos were good, people would watch them and share them out, but I hate to break it to you, United Spot, your videos aren't good at all. They're not really thought out too well, and the voices are annoying, and there's no point in, they're not even funny. So maybe go get a real job and stop begging for money, bothering, all these nice people who are just trying to live their lives, and stop giving them their sob stories, because, they don't want to hear this crap. Everybody has problems, United Spot. It's not just about you. It's not just about your stupid videos and your dumb YouTube channel. I mean, look, right now, 26 people are listening. You know why? Because they feel sorry for me. 25, sorry. I didn't mean to jump the gun there. 25 people. But it's true. I tried. But I do want to play a song that I'm really proud of. And it just once again, didn't make the cut. Oops. Hold on here. There it is. The United Spot. The United Spot. So I did a video today, and it was really good. But it only got like 1,000 views in 4 hours. So good luck with that. So I did this video today, and they all knew about the Epstein files, but said nothing. And it's an interview with Donald Trump, Obama, Hillary, Kamala, and Joe Biden. And it's really awesome. Really makes a good point of all the allegations that are going up against Trump. But meanwhile, Barack had access to this. Hillary had access to it. Joe Biden had access, and so did Kamala. And they did nothing. And if you go in their timelines, on their X or Twitter feeds, whatever you want to call them, they never said anything about the Epstein files, ever. Not until recently. What does that tell you? Exactly. But I did this really cool video the other day, and it only got 5,000 views, and I was hoping that it was going to get more. Teacher Lynn wanted me to make a music video. So I did, but it just didn't come out so great. So I did a compilation today, because as it's getting closer to the end of the month and my farewell journey, the United Spot is closing down. I wanted to leave you guys with some decent memories, but so I did a compilation here today, some of my favorite songs. Not all of them. I've made over 500 songs. Actually, no, I've made over 600, maybe even 700 songs, and not just singing songs. I've actually rewritten over 700 songs, and I actually sang them to the music. So I know it's pretty stupid. What a loser. Here we go. Let's enjoy 6. You know, if I put all my music videos together, it would probably be about a 10. Not even kidding. Kind of neat.
Yo, make America great again. Let's build it. ICE agents, baby. MAGA ICE agents, baby. Illegal stop. Cooperate and listen. ICE is here and they'll put you in prison for crossing the border this time. We're charging all illegals while the liberals whine. Will he ever stop? Hell no. Lock them all up and send them home. To all the Democrats, hope you're listening this time. Illegal immigration is a federal crime.
Nobody cares, Trump. Joe Biden, you're an asshole. And you worked at it your whole life. Asshole rhymes with Biden. Cause you're an asshole tonight. Butter, can I get a drink? Yes, you're a SSHOLE. And don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight.
Yo, you should know that me and Vance ain't letting Democrats get away with anything today. As we stand here waiting for them to fuck around and find out. I commence to make ya Trump. JD Vance will make ya Trump. Hank Seth will make ya Trump. Cash Patel will make ya Trump. The fake news try to smear me, and the Democrats are mad because I fight for America and the liberals are really mad. I'm making Trump wiggle and shake your rump, because I be releasing the freedoms that make you want to Trump. How high? Real high, because I'm just so fly. And America first level for orange guy. Hit everybody illegal, yeah, I send them back. Because Democrats are wiggly whack. Dan Scavino will make ya Trump. DDS will make ya Trump. The Save Act will make ya Trump. Democrats will make ya Trump. America First will make ya Trump. I broke a piece with Asians group. On McDonald's fry cook brought peace to you. I brought peace to you. With talks and mend and hopes and rise. The kind of truths that claims the skies anew. I can hear Pete Obama's in the air tonight. Drop 'em. And I've been patient with Iran, but it's time to strike. Drop 'em. Very light, call me tried. Hillary Clinton's interns die. Obama, you're going home. The Russia hoax, the dossier. You said you're sorry, but I don't care. Obama, you're going home. You tapped my phones, yeah. You schemed, you spied when Brennan's helped you falsified, yeah. You sent your spies and you denied with those deep state alibis. You set the trap, you tapped the line, but now your plans on borrowed time. Obama, you're going home. Woke up quick, dropped the troop by noon. Just know I gotta arrest Barack Obama soon. I gotta expose the coup before the day begins, before the fake news buries all my wins. I checked the files and damn near went blind. Comey and his boys are staffing almost every line. I ran to the desk and grabbed my grip with a smoking gun on the side of my hip. Bailed outside and Diamond stopped prepping. Just as I thought, the snakes kept stepping. Jumped in the beast, hit the gas on the ride. I trooped up and down and side to side. Then I let the briefing play. Pumping raw leaks from the NSA. It was treason at the top of the list. Then I dropped my own post. It went something like this. I can hear Pete Obama's in the air tonight. Drop 'em. And I've been patient with Iran, but it's time to strike.
I can't believe I was talking for that long. Natasha is here with Tammy. Tammy, all right, great to see you, Tammy. Confederate hero. Confederate hero says, "Oh Lordy, how will we live without the United Spot?" Well, pretty sure you're gonna be just fine. I like it when people just like show up and just say these wonderful things. And then he does it twice. Oh Lord, how we live. You don't even know how to spell. I was losing. See, John Castaneda is here. If beer and back roads, Natasha. See. Jeffrey says sometimes you have some stupid videos, but not all the time. Frog 762 Rivet. Try in Spanish. Maybe. Maybe. Let me see what we got here. We got Seamology is here. Grim Ben. Well, I was gonna shower you, but I see you're live. Well, thank you. And I apologize for anybody around Grim Ben if he's, got a little bit of the workday on him today. Thank you for postponing your shower time. I appreciate that. Tina Neusop. Tina Neusop. I tried to. Wyatt Guard is here. Wyatt Guard is here with Kelly Jolly. What you mean is the spot quitting? Say it ain't so. Teacher Lynn is here. Just listening though. Please don't bother Teacher Lynn. She just I don't want to scare her away. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Yes, Kelly, the United Spot will be, well, I wouldn't call it quitting. I just can't fund the United Spot anymore. So, yeah. So I think, I don't think that's necessarily quitting. I don't really have a choice. I don't want to quit. I want to keep going, but there's just, unfortunately, my videos just aren't support worthy. But for the people that have supported me, it truly means the world to me. And it really does. It really has. So I really do appreciate everybody. But unfortunately, yes, on the 31st. On the 31st will be the last day. So, well, I mean, unless a miracle happens, unless I have a rich uncle that I never heard about that struck oil. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't see it happening. But, hey, it is what it is. I've had a good run. I can't complain about it. I'm very, very thankful for the people that have supported the United Spot, rain or shine. Not even just in the comment sections and sharing out videos, but also coming to the lives and the memberships and the thank yous and the donations and just the constant reassurance that even though my videos are horrible, don't ever give up on yourself, United Spot. Come on, keep going. You guys have always been really good to me. So, and it's been a long run, and realistically, I was wanting to do this forever. Basically until the wheels fell off. Until my dream obviously was to do this, until I didn't even know who the hell I was anymore. I was always, because, I think at the highlight of my career, if you would call this, a career, I think the highlight of my career, I never really considered myself anything other than just, a guy that makes stupid videos. So I was never like one of those accounts that thought he was all awesome and walking around the stores like, don't you know who the United Spot is? It was never anything like that at all. It's never been like that. But I did joke with my wife one day, and I told her, because I do over like 300 different voices. Obviously, none of them sound anything like the original people, except for, I do Obama. I do Obama. But I always joke with her that, what's going to happen like when I'm like 80 or 90 and I, like end up talking like these characters and think that I am, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, my dream obviously was to do this because, I genuinely enjoy and I love doing this. It's been a huge passion for me. And only just the videos, but the community. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a real tough thing. And, I got a real dose of that when I got my first strike here last month, and I was suspended for a week. That really showed how involved I put myself in the United Spot, to not even be able to post anything for a week. And then when I got my second strike, 2 weeks later, and then it was suspended for another week and a half. It just really opened up my eyes, and I was just like, wow, I think the hardest part was knowing that I could only reach like one or two people because the algorithm and everything made it impossible. I think the only person that actually, I think there was a couple people that responded to my comments, but I sent out like thousands of comments because that's the only thing that I could have done was reply to comments, and like nobody saw them. And I was thinking like, oh, okay, this is great. I can reply to comments. There was like 2 or 3 people that saw them. That I saw. I know that Annette Poison saw one, and I know Tammy saw one. So if there was somebody else, it didn't show up in my notifications. So, but it was no fault of anybody. It was just the way that the algorithm, it just wouldn't notify anybody that I made a reply. So, but it is what it is, man. Hey, it's planet Earth, man. It's a garden. Dig it. But let me see here. Hold on. I want to play. I want to play. No, I don't want to do that. That is the good night song. Boy, what a jeez. What a but yeah, I mean, if you want the honest truth, I'm going to be extremely sad. It's a very I'm really, really sad about this. This is definitely not something that I wanted to do. So, but hey, it's life. You don't always get what you want. But who knows? Maybe I can get a job at Arby's and be a fry cook. And then I could, greet everybody like, hey, welcome to Arby's. We got the meats. Welcome to Arby's. We got the meats. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. Maybe that's in my car. Maybe I was born to be a dishwasher. Maybe I was born to do that. Who knows? Maybe I was born to be something incredible. Maybe I was born to be like a shoe shine guy, or a guy that sweeps your front porch when it snows with a rake. Maybe I was designed. Maybe it was my destiny. Just go around town saying hello to people. Maybe that's my job. Maybe I'll be a door greeter at Walmart. Welcome to Walmart. I love you. Welcome to Walmart. I love you. Yeah. Let's do some California fraud.
So, Gavin, what was it like growing up? Yo, man, why you keep calling me that? What? Man, I already told you that's my slave name. They call me Genu. All right. Genu. What was it like growing up? Yo, dog, check it, man. Straight up, man. I came up hard in the Marine streets. You feel me?
Oh, yeah?
Back when I was a little scrappy, straight out of the struggle, yo. Poverty, man, that shit had me hustling like a boss, man. West Side.
Are you trying to say you were poor?
Hell yeah, man. I was eating Wonder Bread sandwiches just trying to survive, yo. I couldn't even cop a decent latte without slinging jumpers on the blacktop.
The fuck? I grew up in the hood.
Yeah, I was balling out of control for that paper. You feel me, cracker?
Chug like
Yeah,
baby.
West Side.
Man, I be out there doing till.
Man, that's horrible. That's probably why. That's probably why nobody cares about it. I mean, look at that. That was a dumb video. That was a pretty stupid video. That was a pretty dumb video. Hang on here real quick. That's quite the thumbnail. I haven't seen. I didn't see Yukon Man on Friday, and I didn't see him today. So I'm hoping everything's okay. Tammy, Made in America, Monkey Grab Orange, Grim Ben, Made America, Natasha, Grim Ben, Teacher Lynn. Imagine this. I wonder if you can. That actually could be. I think that. Imagine no more United Spot bothering you guys for money. I have to do it. Imagine no more Key West begging you for cash. You may say I'm a grifter, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you can show me, and the United Spot won't. I don't know the rest of the song, but oh great! Now that's in my freaking head. Now I gotta write a song for Imagine. Damn it! Thanks a lot, Teacher Lynn. Made American Natasha, Skippy Tar, Buckle, Frog, Skippy, Seamology, Bozo Big Top. No more Joker. How will I survive? Greetings, Bozo Big Top. I like that name. Kelly, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we just, I'm just gonna try and stay positive, until the end, and then, just leave, like a gentleman with respect. I know I'm definitely not going to be the guy that says horrible things about the platform that screwed me over. I'm not going to do that. It's not like they would even listen. But no, I'm going to leave with my integrity intact, and I'm just going to get on somehow and just try and oh jeez, it's going to be difficult though. I guarantee you, it's going to be hard for me. Well, I mean, you guys are going to be fine. You guys. Almost the ego on the United Spot is like, seriously, like, yeah, you guys are going to have to take the day off of work, No, there's going to be plenty of content out there, and I hope that you guys all have wonderful lives. I'm going to miss you guys. You have no idea how much I'm going to miss you guys, because obviously I look forward to these lives in general, and then, this community that you guys have built for the United Spot has been incredible. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough thing for me, tough transition. But it is what it is. Just it's part of life. Don't drive your car crazy like that, Monkey Grab Orange. So let's finish off tonight strong. Oh, I've already gone over. No wonder. Let's do the goodnight song. Let's do the goodnight song. Let me see here. Hold on. Oh, there she is. Okay, settle down, Nancy. Look at her. Look at that mug. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Kenny Goulding, have a great night. Bozo Big Top, have a great night. Skippy Tarbuckle, have a great night. 12 of Me 12, have a great night. Made in America, have a great night. Brian 70 Kuda, have a great night. Hank, have a great night. J Red Feather, have a great night. Tammy, have a great night. Teacher Lynn, have a great night. Let's see here. Frog 762 Ribbit, have a great night. Grim Ben, have a great night. Made in America, have a great night. Monkey Grab Orange, have a great night. Teacher Lynn, one more time, good night, just in case I forgot. And thank you so much for being here tonight. John Castaneda, thank you so much for your support. Have a wonderful night, my friend. Seamology, have a great night. Skippy. Ben, Seamology, Bozo Big Top, Tammy, Kelly Lolly. Kelly Lolly. Have a great night. Kelly Lolly. 12. Have a great night, Kelly Lolly. 12 with me. 12. Have a great night. And White Guard. White Guard, have a great night. Natasha. Have a great night. And that's all it's showing me right there. Let's see what else. That's it. Yukon Man, if you're out there, have a great night. Robin Spielman, if you're out there, have a great night. LR, if you're out there, have a great night. Daniel C, almost forgot you, buddy. Daniel C, if you're out there, have a great night, and thank you so much for your wonderful gift the other day. What else? Come on. Thank you, United Spot. Think. Well, listen. If I didn't say goodnight to you, I apologize. But I love you guys. I love everybody who supports United Spot. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. We're going to meet back here at the same time tomorrow. And be on the lookout for some new videos. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate every last one of you. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day. And before I do my sign off, Nancy, take it away.
Obama, you're an asshole. Lies and racism your whole life. Your legacy is pathetic. And a man calls himself your wife. Bartender, can I get a drink? Yes, you're an ASSHOLE. And don't try to blame it on me. Deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight. And I got a feeling you'll be an asshole the rest of your life. All right.
Almost went over there. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you all very much. And I appreciate every last one of you. So I will see you all tomorrow. And until we meet again, good night, peasants.